In this video, we're going to build the AimBooster game from scratch. So first, we create a new Flutter project and name it to AimBooster, and let's just the Android Studio build the project. So here's it. Okay, so what we're going to do now is to delete all these default implementations and do our implementation. So we write the main method and it should call the runApp method, and as the argument we're gonna pass the material app, and for the home argument we're gonna pass the game page class, which we are going to implement right now. Okay, so the game page class is actually a stateful widget, so it extends from the stateful widget. Now we're gonna actually override the create state method here, and we should return the state of the app. So we return the game page state, and let's now just create the game page state. It should extends from state class. So class game page state extends from state of the game page, and that's it. So we just now override the build method. So here's it, and let's just return the scaffold here, scaffold, and for the app bar, let's just create a simple app bar for now, which is the title is going to be centralized, and the title is going to be AimBooster app. Okay, so the problem is, oh, it should be in a text widget. Okay, so this was a mistake, and let's just beautify the code and add the body to this. Okay, so what do we need? We need actually the stack widget to get all these things in the screen, just like the stack. Because of that, we need the stack widget here. So we use the stack widget, and we set the fit to stack fit.expand to expand to the whole screen. We actually should use this one. And for the children, let's just add something in the class, in the game page state class, I mean. We want to have a list of widget of balls. These are the balls that we are going to simply click on them and just randomize them in the screen. Yeah, and just the children just pass the balls that we already created in the top of the class. Okay, so let's now just create something that get us these balls that we implemented in the game page state class. So we create a class ball generator, and we want to have a count. This is a count of the balls, I mean the number of the balls in the screen. And the second one is the screen width. We want the screen width to know exactly where to put these balls, and the screen height as well. And another thing we want is the ball size and the color of the balls. So this last one is ball color. Okay, so what should we do now? Okay, so we want a list of doubles that as it is our tops and the lefts. So I will discuss about that later. What are these tops and lefts? For now, just see what is going on. and later we will come back to this. Okay, so now let's generate these constructor and let the Android Studio do this for us. And we're not using these tops and lefts for now, and we're gonna mark them as late because of the null safety in Dart. We should mark them as late because we're gonna later on initialize them. For now, just add this late keyword to them to get no error and just go on. Okay, so now we want to create a method here to get the ball list. Okay, so we create this one and let's have a local list of widgets called balls widgets, called balls, and we initialize it to empty first, and we're gonna return that balls. And okay, so here we have to implement what the ball is. Okay, so we're gonna iterate through a loop from 0 to count, and we're gonna add as count to the ball. I mean, if the count is 3, we're gonna add the 3 balls to the screen. If it's 5, we're gonna add 5 balls to the screen. So let's just go and see. First of all, let's just see what we are going to behave as balls. Actually, what are we calling the balls? So we have a clip oval widget, which is for the making its child, round. And let's just pass as a child a material, and the color to colors.blue, it can be anything. And for the child, let's say we have an inkwell to handle the tap requests, and it has tap on tap and tap cancel. It has many functionalities, so we use that. Okay, so as the child of that, let's just pass a sized box with a width of 75 and height of 75. Let's just see what's the output on Chrome. So we started it. As you can see, the ball is very big. This is because we need to specify the left and top. So we go to the positioned widget and set the top to 10 and left to 10. This means it has 10 pixels from top and 10 pixels from left. Okay, so as you can see, it's presented okay. So if we change the top to 500, you'd see that the ball comes down. So this widget is okay. We can just simply just cut this widget fully and just paste it back to the where we want to add these balls. Okay, so as the value of this add method to the balls widget, list of widgets, we add this position. So now we're going to use that list of tops and lefts. So for every ball, we have one top and one left. This is why we add them as list of doubles. So we iterate from 0 to count, and we're going to, for now, let's just tops.add this I multiply 100. So the first one is 0, the second one is 100, and the third one is 200. And for the left, just do the same, just I multiply 100 again, and yeah, that's it. And now let's just come down, and for the tops, just say tops from dot element at I. So it's get the element at I, and for left do the same. So now it's okay. And this just generate, this method just get the ball list and generate it for us. And we can here just set the ball size to the ball size that we already have. It's okay. And yeah, that's it. It generates it for us. So now let's just go to top and get these all. So now what should we have? We have a bool that is said is first, that we are going to check if this is the first time that we are going to initialize some things. Okay, so in the build method we say if is first is true, and this is not necessary to type the is true, and we say if is first, then what happens? Then the ball generator, okay, so we're gonna create an instance of the ball generated class we already created just below, and we're just gonna add a question mark to say that this could be null. This is because of Dart null safety, it's nothing important. Okay, so we say the generator equals to this is equals to ball generator, and for the count we're gonna, for example, 3, and the screen. Okay, so now we need the screen width and the screen height. So what should we do? We should actually access that with media query. So we say double screen width, okay, height equals to media query, okay, sorry, media query dot of context dot size dot height. Okay, so that's it. It returns the screen height, and just copy and paste it for the screen width. Yeah, it's nothing important really. So we have now the screen height and the screen width. So for the ball size, let's just pass 75, and for the ball color, let's just add another blue, not that blue we'll use, for example, blue accent. Okay, so everything is fine, and we're gonna set that the is first is going to be false, so it never comes back and generate this ball again. Okay, one thing is miss here, and it's that we actually need to generate the balls list of widget that we had a bit on top of this page. So we generator.get ball list, and okay, this is because of null safety. Let's just add an exclamation mark before the dot, and everything gonna be all right. So okay, and if we run this now, okay, so what is the okay, we missed a semicolon, and this is okay, this is just the test. You can just simply delete it. We don't need this right now. Okay, so now let's just run this app and see the output. Yeah, as you can see, we have 3 balls with this position: 0 0, 100 100, and 200 200. Let's just change the count to 7 and see the output. Yeah, as you can see, it's from 0 0 to 600 600, 7 balls. So it's working fine. Let's just add a gesture to this. Okay, so in the inkwell we have onTap method, and this will invoke if you tap on this onTap method will be invoked. This is a callback method. So we're gonna print something. This is from ball number I, and if we just run this and see the output, as you can see, if we click on the first one, it says this is ball from 0, and if the second, this is ball number 2, and so on. So this is working perfectly. Okay, here it is, and it's working fine. Okay, so Now, what do we want to do? We want to just simply add the tops with the number 100. So what do we actually want to do is to, when we tap on a ball, this should go 100 pixels down. And as you can see, it's not working. Okay? It actually should go downstairs. So let's run this again. And as you can see, it's not actually working. It's not actually going down, as you can see. This is because we don't, we don't rebuild our state. Okay? So what should we do? We should actually have a function, a callback function to set the state for us. So we create a function callback set state, and in that, we're gonna again get the ball list, and we actually gonna call the set state method. So here it is, and we actually have to pass this function. So we create a function field here, and we're gonna name it to set state. And yeah, in the constructor, let's just take this parameter, this dot set state, and let's go upstairs and where we call this constructor and just pass the callback set state. Yeah, just pass this function to this class. Okay, so we are actually going to call this set state method, and no, let's just add this under this code, and let's just clear this print. Yeah, and let's just run again and see the output. Okay, as you can see, when we tap on them, they will go down. The top of the top field is added by 100, so they go down. And as you can see, it's working fine, and everything is okay. Okay, so what do we actually need to do? We actually need to randomize them, not just 100 and 200 and 300. As you can see, we have a screen that has a height and a width and a ball that has ball size, and this is a ball size. So the top should be between screen height and ball height, and the left should be between screen width and ball width. As you can see, the zero is there, and the last one is on the right bottom corner. So we're gonna add a random, and it's gonna produce a int for us because we want to actually have a round number, and actually we want to have the screen height minus the ball size dot to int, and we're gonna actually go back to double because the tops is the type of double. And yeah, for the lefts we actually do the same, but here we should use the screen width instead of screen height. Yeah, that's it. And if you see the output, you can see that they are randomized now. Let's just make that here and just run this again to see the output. Yeah, as you can see, they are all randomized in the screen, and as you can see, I can click on them and they properly work, and it is okay. As you can see, again, run this again. Okay, another time, another one. Okay, now let's see, in the bottom right corner we have a problem. What is the problem? It actually goes outside of the screen. So what is the problem? Why this has happened? Okay, this is actually the screen height. Actually, in the screen height, we didn't actually calculate the app bar height. So we actually need to calculate that. So the screen height, we should actually subtract it from the app bar height. So how do we do that? How do we get the app bar height? Okay, so to do that, we actually gonna, create this app bar outside of the uh, scaffold object. So we're gonna actually copy this app bar and we're gonna just paste it here. Yeah, and simply just pass that, just pass that app bar that we already created. And in the height, we're gonna say minus app bar dot preferred size dot height. So everything is now fine. If we actually run this, and as you can see, they are perfectly randomized in the screen without being out of the screen. Okay, so now this is just going to add the top with 100. So this is not actually what we want. We want to, when we actually press on a ball, it actually gets random, like the first time that they are initialized. So we're just gonna copy the line above and just paint it here, paste it here. And for the lefts, just do the same, nothing more to tops. And let's just copy this random and simply just paste it here. Yeah, and if you run this again, so let's run that again, and as you can see, it's working properly. Okay, so let's just say we have a one, or no, let's say two balls to see that more clear. As you can see, when we are tapping on them, they are randomly placed in the screen. Everything is random. So this has done. Okay, so what is left? We actually want to count the hits. Actually, we want to know how many hits and how many misses the user or the player is playing the game has. Every click or every touch outside of the screen is a miss, and every time we call this set state, we actually have a hit. So we, in the set state, we just plus the hits, the hits plus 1. So if you want to see the output, we just print it. The hits are, okay, so as you can see on the left hand side, you can see the hits are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and as we hit on every ball, the hits actually plus 1. So this is okay. And for the misses, what should we do for the misses? Actually, on top of the scaffold, we have to actually wrap this in a gesture detector widget. Why should we do that? Because we want to detect every single gesture that is on the screen. So on the tab, this is when on tab, invoked, it means that the click or the touch was outside of these balls. So we actually have to plus the misses. And if you want to show you how it works, we just print these misses. Let's print these misses, and let's just go back to the app. Okay, as you can see, and when we are clicking, nothing is being printed, and when we click outside of the bar, you can see that the misses are going up. and in the left hand side, as you can see, the misses are now 5 and now 6 and now 7 and now 8, because we are clicking outside of the buzz, and as you can see, it's working properly and fine. Now we are going to show these misses and these hits to the user. So we are actually recreate that app where we implemented earlier, and we're gonna set the title with the text widget to hits, or the hits, and the misses are actually the misses. So let's just put the semicolon here, and just after every miss we actually need to set a state to see that in the app bar. Let's just restart it. Okay, hits are 0 and misses are 1. Okay, as you can see, when we hit, the hits are increasing, and when we miss, okay, this miss is increasing. Okay, as you can see, we are misclicking. Yeah, and hits and misses are now working fine. So what do we need right now? We need to actually have a timer. For example, the game should be 16 minutes or 16 seconds, sorry, or so ever. So we use the timer.periodic as the Dart sync class, and we're gonna just show you how it works. So we print the timer.tick, and let's just run that again. And okay, as you can see in the left hand side, every second it's tick, so it's 7, 8, 9, 10, and it's going upwards. Okay, so let's just add a int of time and set it first to 0, and in every tick we want this time to be timer dot tick. So we're just gonna delete the print one, and we're going to show the user how much time is left for them. Okay, let's say the game is 16 seconds, and we just say 16 minus time. Okay, and we just say if yeah, let's just say if this time equals to 16, let's just simply now print the finished. Yeah, let's just print that, and let's just run it again. So as you can see, the time left is doing a countdown from 16 to 0. So it's actually working properly and okay. And as you can see, hits and misses are working great as well. So we're not just stick to that. Let's just go and make this time to 5 to see that the output is okay. Okay, so as you can see, now 5 seconds passed, and you can see it says finished. It's okay. Okay, now let's just create a package and name it to constants. Here what the constants of the game is going to store, and for now we only have one constant, that it's the play time. So we create a const int playtime and set it to 16 seconds, and just go down, and this time equals to playtime, and the time left is playtime minus the time. It's okay. And as you can see, if we actually it actually works. So we're gonna create another Dart file for the result page, and we're gonna name it to result, and we have a class result page extending from status widget, and that has a override the build method, and that has scaffold, and like the last one, it has an app bar. And for the app bar, we're gonna centralize the title, and in the title we're gonna say the text is results, and a column. For the body, we have a center, and the child of that center is a text widget, and it says that your result is result. Okay, so let's implement that result. Okay, let's create a constructor for this page that actually gonna accept the values from the game page. So we have int hits and the misses. Oh, okay, because of null safety, let's just mark them with the required keyword in Dart. That means that these parameters are required. So we say that this dot result equals to hits multiply 200 and minus result misses multiply 15. Yeah, this just works fine. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we should add a late keyword because to say to the Dart that it's going to be implemented at late. Okay, now we have implemented the result, and let's just add a style to this text style and make the font size a bit bigger. And yeah, so what should we do? Actually, when the game has finished, we want to navigate to that result page. So we use the navigator dot push. The build context is the context, and the material page root. Yeah, and for the builder, let's just implement this callback function, and we're gonna actually return the result page. The hits are the hits and the misses are the misses. Everything's fine, just put a semicolon here. Okay, so let's just see the output. Okay, let's just make the game constants and the playtime to 10 seconds. Okay, it's performing the hot restart. As you can see, the time if it's 8, the hits are 3, 4, 5, and yes, so on. It's going. Yeah, everything, and the result is 1800. Okay, so if you want to see actually this is working properly, let's just print the hits and misses in the constructor. So let's just print the hits, and after that let's just print misses. Let's just run this again and play this game for 10 seconds and see the output. Yeah, it's good. Okay, as you can see, the hits are 12 and the misses are 4, and everything is working fine and correct. So now everything is fine. What do we actually need now? We actually need to if we set the back in the result page, we want to play again from the beginning. Okay, so we wait for the navigator.push, and after that, when everything is okay and we pop back to the game page, we set the is first to true. This means that it's going to be the first time that we are running the app. Actually, we're gonna set the hits to 0 and the misses to 0 again as well. And we're gonna actually we need to actually see the output. So we go to the game. Okay, what's happening here? We're getting errors. Oh, this is the error because the async, we call it in the set state. Okay, we shouldn't do that. And okay, so we go, the set state should be clear, shouldn't have the async function, the async keyword. Okay, everything's now look fine. Let's just start the game again. As you can see, the time left is 6:05. Yeah, let's just play. Okay, so the result is 2:750, and let's just back. Oh, okay, as you can see, the time is not working properly. It's kind of laggy, and somehow it has some problem. Or as you can see right now, it's had -6, -7. This is actually because we didn't cancel the last timer. Okay, so we actually need to cancel this. We should actually say the timer dot cancel to cancel the timer every time the game is finished. So let's now go back to that and test our game to see if this is correct or not. Let's just pop back to the game page. Okay, as you can see, the time was equal to 0 for about 2 or 3 seconds. So let's just see it again. Let's just pop back again. Yeah, as you can see, the time is stuck at 0. This is because we need to actually call the set state. We can't actually do this like that. We actually need to call the set state method. Okay, so we're gonna call the set state method here because the game is finished, and we're going to set state and rebuild our state. Okay, so everything is now going to work fine. Yeah, everything's okay. Your result is 300. Yeah, it's okay. And as you can see, if we run this game again, it's just working fine. Yeah, everything's working fine. And let's go back. As you can see, everything is working fine. So thank you for watching this video, and if you like that, just give us a like.